Howdy ho, dickheads, it's me once again, Nick Record, coming to you live from the studio in New York City. We're going to be doing a premiere draft in Magic the Gathering for the Avatar, The Last Airbender set. It's not day one, I'm sorry I missed it, I was very busy. I'm so sorry. But we're going to do our first draft right now. I haven't really touched this set except for a few jumpstart because of the midweek magic. Before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please like, share, and subscribe, but more importantly, come on over to twitch.tv/DickRecord. Link in the description, where you can catch us streaming video games, leather crafting, and other assorted nonsense every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from around 4 to around 8 Eastern Standard Time. But with that out of the way, I have so many draft token. Looks like we're ready already for pack one. Pick one. What are we getting? As mentioned before, I have so many draft tokens. I actually have 6 more. I like Boiling Rock Rioter. Tap an untapped ally you control. Exile target card from a graveyard. When it attacks, you may cast an ally spell from among cards you own exiled with this creature. I don't know how many allies, though, are in black. I think this is the kind of card that you want to splash. That said, there's also an Azula. Whenever she attacks, lose a life, create a clue token. She's a 4/3. So if you get to attack with her, she replaces herself in essence, and it's very good in the sacrifice deck. I guess that this is going to be good in... We need the Poxbearers to make the Boiling Rock Rioter good, right? Deadly Precision is also supposed to be very good. There's a lot of black sacrifice cards. When that creature dies, Earthbend 4 in Fatal Fissure. That seems interesting, but usually this is the kind of card where you want to be able to draw a card on top of it. I've heard Watery Grasp is actually a much better card than it looks. Ooh, Bitter Work seems alright. Let's take that. Appa seems okay. Rock-a-Lanche. Earthbend X, where it's number 4 so you control. Flashback for 6. That's interesting. There's a Cruel Administrator. This creature enters with a 1/1 counter on it if you attack this turn. Whenever it attacks, create a 2/2 with Firebending 1. And it's not just like tapped and attacking. Wow. I kind of want to take that. There's also a Path to Redemption. That's supposed to be pretty good in terms of removal. I looked at what were some of the better cards in this format, in common and uncommon, and I saw a lot of removal spells up there. So, you know, interesting, right? Enters or attacks, airbends something, or target creature you control gains flying, but it's a 6 mana 4/4. The rate's pretty not great on this, whereas the rate is really good on Cruel Admin, so long as you always be attacking. Now, for the Boiling Rock Rioter, I think we're going to want the Pretending Poxbearers, because I believe that that's an ally in black, white, Orzhov colors. Another Cruel Admin. There's a Vengeful Villagers. When it attacks, choose target creature. Tap it. You may sacrifice an artifact or a creature. If you do, put a stun counter on it. Ugh, there's a Poxbearers there. There's the Boulder, who's ready to rumble. I enjoy I enjoy the Last Airbender. I'm gonna take the Poxbearers, because we're gonna want a few for the Boiling Rock Rioter. Yeah, we're gonna want a few. We're gonna want a few just to make the Boiling Rock Rioter function. I think Canyon Crawler's actually not too bad either. I'm taking that over the Cruel Administrator. I'm gonna see if this wheels. Yeah, because this plays well with the Boiling Rock Rioter, and we're not really in anything specifically yet. I've heard good things about Firebending Lesson, as well as Fire Sages, right? Firebending Lesson's the best, oh no, not Fire Sages, it's the other one. Firebending Lesson's the most, bestimest red common so far. What are these? Sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on this creature, but that's not, what's it called, that 2/2. There's another Pretending Poxbearers, which is good. Plays really well with the Boiling Rock Rioter. So I am going to take that, because it also doesn't, like, push us away from the Rioter, and I think it's better than Beetle-Headed Merchant. Not better than Firebending Lesson, but I don't know if we're in red quite yet. So let's take the Poxbearers for now. Kyushi Battlefend is also, like, not terrible, because it's 2 bits of material. It's an artifact, and it's a 1/1 creature. There's a Twin Blades. This seems interesting. There's a Pirate Peddlers. When you sacrifice another permanent, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. BUMI Bash. Destroy target land, creature, or non-basic land. Treetop Freedom Fighters. This is an ally. When it enters, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. That actually would play pretty well with the Black Rock Rioters. Would it play better than Twin Blades? When it enters, attach to target creature you control. It's a combat trick that's basically +1/+1 double strike. So it's kind of an Embercleave. Is it better than Freedom Fighters? I don't think so. I actually think I would play Freedom Fighters because that also kind of like plays pretty well with the Cruel Administrator you want to get in, right? I feel like this set red is a little bit better than in the previous set, but the cards that I saw in red are like not the best, or not performing the best rather. What's a Hog Monkey? Beginning of combat on your turn. Target creature control with a +1/+1 counter on it gets menace until end of the turn. It's a 3/2 for 3. Earthbending Lesson, Earthbend 4, Honest Work, Compassionate Healer when it gets tapped, Scry, and Pirate Peddlers. There's also Jar of Blasting Jelly. And Borcupine, which is just very below rate. I actually think that either the Hog Monkey or the Compassionate Healer better than the Pirate. So I'm going to take the Hog Monkey for now. Right, this, I think the green-black deck is the +1/+1 counters deck. Is a Vindictive Warden that cares about Firebending, which is the black-red mechanic, I believe, right? Whereas, what's this? You may Waterbound. Whenever a creature dies this turn, you gain 1 life. This might, like, ruin my day. How to start a riot's interesting, actually. Target creature gains menace until end of turn. Creature. This is a Trumpet Blast with menace attached to it. I'm gonna take the Ruinous Waterbending because I think we want to play like bigger creatures, if that makes sense. The Last Agnieszka. Target creature you control fights target creature an opponent controls. If the creature the opponent controls is dealt excess damage, add this much red. Until end of turn, you don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end. I think I'm gonna take that. I need some removal. When this creature enters, you may discard if you do draw. So this is a 3/1 looter. That's actually not terrible, right? One of the better red commons, too. It's just a human archer. I'm surprised it's not an ally. I guess, story-wise, it wouldn't make sense for it to be an ally, right? This is one of the Fire Nation archers. Oh, these are those assassin archers. Yeah, let's take the Agnieszka. I've heard good things about Wandering Musicians, and I think that fills a good part of our curve. Choose target creature, yeah. This is the wheel. Yeah, this is a pretty good part of the curve. It also incentivizes attacking because when this attacks, everything we control, our creatures get +1/+0 until end of turn. It's a nice blocker too as a 2/5. Maybe it might be better than Boiling Rock Prison. So yeah, let's take the Wandering Musicians because we're lacking 4s. Blasting Jelly, Rumble Arena, Scry 1, add a colorless. It's a vigilant land, so if you earthbend it, it can attack and block, and it adds a mana of any color. So this might be okay if we're splashing for something. Probably better than just Barrels of Blasting Jelly. It feels more free, I guess. Canyon Crawler Wheel, that's a okay sign. The Cruel Admin did not, though. Earth Kingdom Wrestlers. Grits +1/+0 and trample as long as you control a land creature or a land entered the battlefield under my control this turn. I think I might rather have the Beetle-Headed Merchants here. Pirate Peddler's Wield, and it's a land. All right, so Unagi of Kyoshi Island is absolutely insane. There's a Fire Nation engineer. It does feel like we're in black, red, right? I think I want to take Jet. When he enters, he deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control the target creature and opponent controls. When he dies, now this is going to be like basically triple red, but he's an ally. So we can get some pretty good double target creature and opponent controls. And then when he dies, put 2 1/1 counters up to each of up to 2 target creatures. No, put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. If you attacked, put a 1/1 counter on another vehicle or creature you control. I don't know which color combination's the raid deck. Might be black-red as well. Oh, that would make sense because black-red is also, I believe, the firebending deck. I'm going to take the Jet. Like, it's a removal spell. It's a 5-drop. It might actually be a 6-drop because of the triple red cost there, but we're going to take the Jet. I think that's pretty gangster. We're going to try to ignore these temples. Create a 1/1 red prowess creature. I don't think that's good. I think the Fire Nation Cadets is actually not bad, right? I don't know. Yuyan at Archers is just better. Okay. And there's Ruinous Waterbending number 2, which I don't think we want here. Oh, there's a Messenger Hawk, actually. Yeah, because this is a 1/2 flyer for 3, not great. But when it enters, create a clue token, and then you can sacrifice the clue token for a card later on. I think this is where we want to be because we get 2 things. And this can be aggressive as a flyer. So yeah, flaps tend to win drafts. Beifong's Bounty Hunters. When a non-land creature you control dies, Earthbend X, where X is that creature's power. Yes, please. We're gonna splash for that. We have 1 bit of fixing with Rumble Arena. There's Zuko the Exiled Prince, which with Firebending 3, we can exile the top card of our library and play that card this turn. There's a Boomy Bash, which seems like pretty good removal. But yeah, Beifong's Bounty Hunters, this card is wild, and I think it's very easily splashable. When a non-land creature we control dies, Earthbend X, where X is that creature's power. So if one of our creatures dies, we replace it with a land creature. Yeah, I think we take the Beifong Bounty Hunters. There's also, I would otherwise consider Zuko, the Exiled Prince, or the Messenger Hawk. Probably the Hawk. Got a lot of 4s here. Let's adjust this. There's a Tigerdillo, can attack or block unless you control another creature of power 4 or greater. There's a Swamp Snare Trap, cost 1 less to cast if it targets a creature with flying, enchant creature, gets -5, -3, and we need removal, right? Because between, what's our removal suite look like? It's basically Jet and Agnieszka. Yeah, so Swamp Snare Trap can kill something smaller-ish, right? Kind of wish this had Flash. We're passing a Pox Bearers for it, but I think that that's okay. We could use some more 2s, though. There's a White Lotus Hideout. Spend this on a lesson or a shrine. No. There's Azula Always Lies. It's a fine lesson. There's Deadly Precision, which is a great removal spell. When this creature enters, if you attack this turn, create a clue token. Otherwise, it's just a 4-mana 4/2. I think we're going to take Deadly Precision. This is one of the better removal spells. It's not quite Bone Shards. It doesn't exile. But it's still pretty efficient if you could sacrifice something like Pretending Poxbearers or one of the creatures that it spits out, right? Ah, there's a Judy. I like Judy. There's also a Sold Out. We do need 2 drops. Let me put the removal spells here in its own pile. As much as I would like a Sold Out if it was dealt damage this turn. Yeah, you never get that clue token. I'm going to say that right now. Judy's a great 2-drop. You get to turn your other sacrificable token artifacts or creatures into copies of Judy, right? Which means you get more Surveil. I think that's fine. It's a nice 2. Let's see. Fire Navy Trebuchet. When you attack, create a 2/1. Sacrifice that token at the beginning of the next end step. This is the deck for it. I don't know if it's going to be good. There's also another Treetop Freedom Fighters. I think this is the deck for it. I think actually the black-white deck is the deck for it. But this does... So this card was sort of in the Middle-earth Lord of the Rings set. And it was okay there. I think we could take it. Insurrection. Untap all... I'm not taking that. Are you kidding? When this creature dies, Earthbend 2. That seems fine. Seismic Sense. It's also playable in our deck. When this vehicle dies, create a clue token. It's a 4/4 with reach. Yeah, I don't think we care about that so much. When this creature dies, Earthbend 2 I think is fine because it's a 3/1 that becomes a 2/2 later on. We could take another Rumble Arena, or we could take Abandon Attachments. You may discard a card if you do draw 2. I think we want the Rumble Arena. Because the boulder is ready. I'll take the Yuyan Archers. We just need some 2s. I'm not a big fan of a second copy of Beetle-Headed Merchants, but it's probably better than anything else for us, so let's put that on the side. Yeah, not blue, not white, really. Yip, supposed to be a good common. Azula Always Lies Wheeling is actually pretty good for us. I think we can just, like, play that as a neato trick slash bit of removal, right? What is this? Bloodbender's Rise. Bloodchief Ascension. If an opponent lost 2 or more life, you may put a quest counter on this enchantment. Whenever cards put into an opponent's graveyard for anywhere this... What? That doesn't seem good. Oh my god, it's Avatar Aang. We are so far away from casting this. That's a shame. Callous Inspector seems okay. Hama? Hama. I said Hamas, didn't I? Target opponent mills 3 cards. Exile 1 non-creature, non-land card from that player's graveyard. So a removal spell. As long as you control Hama, I don't think that that's worth it. I actually think it's more worth it to take the Foggy Bottom Swamp to ensure that we can cast the Beifong Bounty Hunters. There's also a Callous Inspector, which I think is okay. A 1/1 with Menace, right? It's good sacrifice fodder. BUMI Unleashed. When it enters Earthbend 4... Oh yeah, we take that. We could splash for this. We're already like sort of red, sort of green, right? We're basically splashing for green. All right, yeah. We're going to take the BUMI. It makes 2 bodies. When he deals combat damage to a player, untap all lands. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Only land creatures can attack during that combat phase. That's wild. It's basically him sending those mountainous lands. Fire Nation attacks is also supposed to be very good. Instant speed 2/2/2s, right? And then you could flashback it later. But I think 100% we take the BUMI Unleashed, and we try to consider taking another fixing land. Buzzard Wasp Colony. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. If you do draw a card, whenever another creature you control dies, if it had counters on it, put its counters on this creature. This goes well with Earthbending, actually. It's another 4, though. That's the problem that I have here. And I think it might actually be more correct to either play Yuyan Archers as a 3/1 with reach for 2, than to take the 4-drop flyer that's only a 2/2 that might, like, let's say, I think the best thing you could do to sacrifice to this is an Earthbent land, but we have so few Earthbending things, except for the BUMI and the Beifong Bounty Hunters, right? We can play Iroh. I don't think it's particularly good here. Merchant of Many Hats is actually going to be okay. Not okay. It's going to be better than okay. It gives us something that we can continuously sacrifice and then put back in our hand. And I think we want it as a 1/of. Especially like as a 2-drop as well. So I think we're going to take that. Let's see. Professor Zay, Anthropologist. This is a looter. Return instant or sorcery. I don't know if I want that. As long as you draw 2 or more cards. This has lifelink and Zuko's Exile. Its controller creates a clue token. I don't know how to feel about this. It's 5 mana. It's a lesson. It's 5 mana. I feel like we're better off like taking anything but this. Like Hog Monkey, I feel like we're better off taking. Yeah, let's take the Hog Monkey. I'm sorry, like that, it's just, it seems bad. Zhao, Ruthless Admiral. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent creatures you control, get +1/+0 until end of turn. That seems great. It's another Hog Monkey. There's another one of these Messenger Hawks, and there's another Wandering Musicians. 3/4 Firebendering. These are both for, I think I would rather have a 4. So we're gonna take the Zhao. Actually, you know what? Oh. Zuko's Conviction. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. If it was kicked, put the card onto the battlefield tapped. That seems okay. There's a Fire Nation Cadets. It has Firebending too, as long as there's a lesson in your graveyard. This creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. I don't know if that's good. It is one of Red's better performing comments. Hey, it's Zhao, the Moonslayer. Wait, do we have 2 Zhaos? Hold on, did I take the other Zhao? I did take the other Zhao. Zhao Tribal, baby. All right. Yeah, non-basic lands enter tapped. Put a Conqueror counter on Zhao as long as he has a Conqueror counter on him. Non-basic lands or mountains. That's funny. Yeah, let's take him. Aang's Journey might also be okay. Ascension, wield, exile cards until you exile 9 land. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Number of mountains you control. If you don't cast that card this way, put it in your hand. That seems not great. I'm going to take the Novice Inspector for now. Or the Callous Inspector, sorry. Fatal Fissure. Or Earth Rumble Wrestlers. Let's just take the... Let's take the Fire Nation Cadets. Porcupine or Beetle-Headed Merchants. We're not playing either. We'll take this. Earthbending Lesson, or Ostrich Horse. That tells me that green might have been very open, because Ostrich Horse seems like a good card. Zuko's Exile Wield. I might end up playing that too, which is the funny thing. Like, we are hurting for, like, removal, right? We didn't take the good removal early on. I think it's the worst removal spell that we have drafted, though. So let's look at it this way. Let's go T creatures. All right, how many creatures do we have? We have 26. We can cut some creatures. All right, so when this dies, Earthbend 2, Treetop Freedom Fighters. How many allies do we have? 8. Okay, that's a good number. That's a good number. Oh, he's an ally. Oh my gosh. All right. So Beetle-Headed Merchant's definitely not in there. I don't mind a Swamp Cycler at the top end. And plus, like, when this enters, it's like what was it called? That other card from Lord of the Rings. Middle-earth Battle, whatever it was. Lord of the Rings set. Except that was in green. And it was a 5/7. And it land cycled for 1 because that set was very pushed. I don't like Pirate Peddlers. I'm not a big fan of Hog Monkey. The Trebuchet gives us something to sacrifice. So let me put the removal suite here. Oh, we do have Ruinous Waterbending. Swap Snare Trap. Azula always lies in deadly precision. So we can cut the Zuko's Exile, actually. We might want to play 1 forest. We do need a lot of red sources for Jet, right? We do need a lot of red sources for Jet. Zhao. I can't believe we took a Zhao. And a Zhao. We have too many cards. Part of me is a little worried that, like, Ruinous Waterbending is going to hurt us more than it hurts our opponent, especially because we have things like this, the Hog Monkey dies. I guess we get... No, I think we cut the Ruinous Waterbending. And I'll try to take note of how many times we see a board where our opponents basically only got, like, 2s, or X2s on their board, right? We still got to cut some creatures. I'm going to cut a Fire Nation Cadets. We do keep the Inspector, though, because it's 2 bits of material. When it dies, it does damage to us and creates its clue token. Also, it having Menace means that it might be able to attack in situations where we wouldn't normally be able to attack, which then allows us to cast the Cruel Administrator as a 6/5, right? We do have to cut some stuff. I like the Rioter. I kind of don't like the Hog Monkey, but I do appreciate that it's got the Exhaust ability. How many sacrifice effects do we have? Judy, Trebuchet. Oh, yeah. This is like a combo by itself. Okay. All right. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent. Okay. And then, where's the other card? Deadly Precision is sacrifice an artifact or creature. Okay. Maybe the... I'm going to cut the... Beifong's Bounty Hunters is too good. Wandering Merchants is is actually pretty good too. Boomy, Cruel Admin. Maybe it's the Jet. Oh god. We need the removal spells though. That's the thing. I don't know how wide we're going. This is really hard. Okay. Alright. Let's cut like 2 cards. And have them both be creatures because we have 20 creatures. And I think one's going to be the Fire Nation Cadets because I think that it's just not... It's too low impact. And I think the other is going to be the Hog Monkey because we have a lot of 3s. I want the Trebuchet because it combos pretty well with the Judy, right? Whenever you attack. We do have to attack, though. To make that Boulder token. The Boulder is ready. Also the Messenger Hawk, I think we got to keep. So let's cut the Hog Monkey. 41 cards, calling it done. Jund. Jund. We're playing Jund. We're playing value-based Jund. Although we're kind of 5 colors, aren't we? Because there's a white card and there's a blue card in there. Before we get into this first round, which we've already been paired up, please like, share, subscribe. I don't know what that sound was. I think someone bought something from the shop. Consider buying something from the shop. This is a good start actually. Minache on a 2/2, yes please. Then we got a Boomy who I wish wasn't in the opener. Same thing for Jet. But we have a few two drops. We have a Deadly Precision Merchant of Many Hats. So if they play something that we have to answer, we can. I think I'm gonna play the Zhao first. You know what? They could have removal. No removal. Okay. Opponents got, like, the slowest start. I'm gonna play Zhao. It's got Minache in turn. Azula on the hunt. We kill that. 100%. Sacrifice a creature. Target a creature. Sacrifice this. And then I think we just play the Treetop Freedom Fighters to put pressure on our opponent. Two of our green cards are in our hand. We can get this back from our graveyard. Rough Rider Cavalry. Okay. Judy, one of many. I'm going to send in Zhao, because they can't block him. I'm going to play Judy, because this can help us dig for stuff and also turn our smaller tokens into things that, you know. It also allows us to, what's it called? Send these smaller creatures in against this, and then, like, when they block it, sacrifice it in response, you know? Granted, I think the best thing we could do here is probably draw a red source to then play Jet to kill something. This thing being a 5/5 is, like, pretty big. Yeah, I'm not blocking that. Let's see, what is this? You have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They can exhaust it, so I don't think that there's any point for me to... Okay. Taking 5. They can give it... It gains trample until end of turn, so, like, it would just eat one of my smaller creatures. Cruel Admin. Alright. I think I send all these in, and then whatever they block, we sack to Judy. I would like to play the Canyon Crawler, but I think we need the land. Okay. So then I think we end our turn here, leaving up the ability to have Judy turn this into a thing. Zuko's Conviction. Okay. I don't think that that's a good card. We are a little mana screwed because, like, our opponent's playing... They've managed to hit all of their land drops, right? And we basically have the top of our curve, more or less. When it attacks, create a... Okay. Activate only as a sorcery. Ah, I screwed that up. No blocks. I thought I could do this on their turn. Well, live and learn and then get loves. There's that. If I play this, we do have a good blocker. We have 2 good blockers, actually. Earthbend 4. And then next turn we can play the Beifong Bounty Hunters. And that'll be, like, real fun. Because we could use this, we could use Judy to turn all of our creatures into a bigger forest. Which I think will be very good. Actually, I shouldn't have put that on the forest. What's wrong with me? Opponent's like, I must kill this Boomy. I got the value from BUMI already. I got a 5/4 and a 4/4 for 5. I don't know. I don't know, homie. I think opponent's looking to end the game quickly, so... And they can. We're at 9. Like, it might be time to start blocking these other things. Like, if they attack with Cruel Admin, I think I block it with BUMI. And BUMI and Jowl. And Treetop Freedom Fighters. Because if they have Azula's Always Lies, this ruins their day. Okay. Or prevents them from having, like, a good anything out of that. Sure. They can exhausted instant speed to save the Rhino Cavalry. So I'm going to play this. Then I'm going to activate this to... I don't want that. Sacrifice this. Earthbend X, where X is that creature's power. Put that on this. No attacks. 2 1/1s, sure. Sure. Okay. So we definitely put this in front of this. They're probably going to activate the what's it called to give it trample. And that'll make it a 7/7. Oh, they're not doing it. Okay. Earthbend X, where X is the creature's power, so put 2 tokens on this Moonton. If I hit a land, I think we jet and then merchant. Sure. Yeah, okay, so... Well, I guess we merchant and then jet. Right? We have them at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 afterwards. And no attacks here. Is there a giant fireball in this format? You know, this is one of those times where I'm realizing, you know, it'd be really good if I had what's it called? Jowl, Ruthless Admiral. Okay. So I think we have to kill the Azula, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately. I think we definitely have to kill that Azula. So let's do that. And then use Judy, activate this ability, to sacrifice... Oh, we don't want that. To sacrifice this guy, which then earthbends for us. Put some tokens on that thing. Next. I don't think we attack here. I think we got a good pillow fort going on. And now we can block the Zhao. I think that's pretty good. Turtle tank. Indestructible until end of turn. Okay. Sure. But I don't think he attacks by himself. Pass. Yeah, see? Merchant of Many Hats, sure. My turn. Fire Navy Trebuchet. Okay. Probably should have tapped differently. Gonna send in the mountain. That sends in a 2/1 flyer, which we can then sacrifice to Judy. Resolve. Next. So if they triple block this, oh, we could save it. Oh no, I can't save it because of the whatever. All right, I guess we kill the tank and not the merchant because the merchant is gonna come back regardless. Tapped under my control. Activate this ability. I don't want that. Make it 2/2. Put 2 counters on a land I control. And end my turn. We're just gonna have like this army of Judies. I could see the use for the -2/-2 now. Actually. Like, I'm very well aware of this. Yep. Okay. So lots of firebending. So they might have something resolve. I should just resolve all. Pass. Okay, so this in front of Zhao. This in front of that. 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 Oh, whoops. 2 creatures. Was there something that you had? Because that was like... Okay. Oh, they were hoping to like... Oh, they must have been like hoping that that all of a sudden, right? View battlefield. I did not know about the what's it called? The interaction between this and like basically losing my board. Wow. Okay, so if your opponent wipes your board with a destroy all creatures effect, that's not that one that makes all creatures lose their text and everything. This replaces your entire board. So this is board wipe insurance if your opponent plays something that says destroy all creatures. That's nuts. Really happy with the black splash. Yeah. Leaf match. Ah, here's our next opponent. We are 1-0 going into round 2 with BUMI JUND. Boomer Jund? Oh my god, we can call it BUMI JUND. We go first. We have a 3/1 for 2 that when it enters, I may discard to draw a card. I think that that's great, actually. And I think we have some pretty good things to discard. So yeah, this I think is capable. We can dig. And the 3/1 giving us a redraw, I think is fantastic. I'm going to pitch the Cruel Admin. Perfect. Because another land brings us closer to Wandering Musicians. Okay. Can't see my opponent wanting to let me hit them. Alrighty. End turn. We're going to hold on to the Deadly Precision. And next turn we're going to play the Wandering Musicians. Now that I've drawn 5 lands, though, I do kind of wish that I kept the Cruel Admin and pitched a Mountain, but them's the breaks. They could play a 4-drop here because the Raucous Audience is a mana dork, which is really good in the red-green deck because if you play, like, if you have a 4 power creature, the Raucous Audience then becomes a, they tap for 2 green, which is very good. Anytime you have a mana dork that taps for an additional mana, it's like, oh god, is this a fight spell? That'd be very funny if you used a fight spell on my Union Archers. Okay. Earth Village Ruffians. Gotcha. Next. Sure. Earthbend 2. Here's a 2/5. Good luck. Like, it's hard to punch through this. Now, it attacks as a 3/5, but I don't think we're going to attack with it right now. I think right now we're on the back foot. If opponent plays... They did play another land. Okay, so they have access to 5 mana. They hovered over both. So it kind of tells me they might have a fight spell, or the double fight spell. I don't know if that gives a bump. Earthbend 2. Then get a basic land card. Wow! On target creature you control gains trample until... Oh my god, that's really good. That is very good. And now this thing is a 4/4. And when it earthbends, it... I don't know, it's 4 more quest counters. Okay. Oh, now they can kill my Wandering Musicians if they have a fight spell for 2 green, which they could. No, it has to be the one that's like 2 target creatures punch something. Ah, god. Deadly Precision's bad here now. Because, like, we only have the 1 creature. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should have pitched a land. Hindsight's 20/20. Oh my god. Now this taps for 2. Double rare. Okay, no blocks. The worst part about this is that... Alright, so we can attack here, actually. Because then we get a 2/1. Becomes a 3/1. Uh-huh. Then I can kill their forest, but that's going to make another landfall for the Earthbender Ascension. Sacrifice a creature. But we have to kill that 5/5. Because at least this 0/4 can block these 2 things. Yep. And I would like a green source. But this Fire Navy Trebuchet was like very good here. But yeah, I knew the interaction there. Oh, our opponent's also playing Jund. And they have all their colors. That's fair. Mm-hmm. They've almost gotten this to the four Ascension counters. I don't think I have a way to deal with an enchantment in this deck. They do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. But we had to kill the 5/5 because it prevents them from tapping this for 2 without like another play first. So... Oh, is opponent going to remove the Wandering Musicians? Oh, not my Wandering Musicians. Okay. That felt bad. Alright, what do you do? My god. Whenever you cast a spell, Earthbound 1, if it's a lesson, put an additional 1/1 counter on that land. Jesus Christ. Our opponent's just like outvaluing the hell out of us. What is that? 3 rares? No, sorry, 2 rares and a mythic. Alright, so they pitched an Aang's Journey. Yep. This becomes the 4/4. Or rather, this has the 4 counter, so now this becomes a 4/5. Yep. They can just cast this at instant speed, right? Oh no, it's a sorcery. They should just kill this thing and attack with everything. I don't know. That's what I would do, but... Yep. Might be best to actually just play this, although this does get killed, whereas this is 2 bodies. Target a land I control. Next. No attacks. End turn. If this had Vigilance, I would have attacked. As it stands right now, I think we have to like double block Toph. Unless they kill our Toph. Or sorry, our BUMI or our Mountain. They probably kill the BUMI. But then that leaves us the ability to just play Canyon Crawler next turn, which will feel nice. We do know that our opponent has a removal spell in their hand, so the best target for that right now is BUMI. Them being patient is paying off for them. And something becomes slightly bigger now. Yep. This makes the most sense. Mm-hmm. And it's not a lesson, so they don't get a counter. So they just attack with Toph or Toph. Toph, it's not even a real name. Like, it's a fictional name. It's not like Aang, where Dante DiMartino and the other guy just did not know how to pronounce that word. Okay, we're at 3. Please don't have lightning strike. Okay. Cast spell Earth. Oh, it's cast any spell. Oh my god. Number of lessons in your graveyard. There's 1 lesson. Okay, so they can get a 7/7 out of this? Or maybe they just Earthbend 3 on top of everything. Have another 4/4. Jesus. They can make it a 7/7. Alright. Swamp Snare Trap, you're a bit too late. We're gonna play this with Death Touch. Hopefully this is enough to scare off our opponent. No attacks right now. Yep. Oh, I thought it was at the beginning of combat. They have to play a land to get the Ascension going. Okay. If they swing out with everything, I think I'm just dead, right? Because if I put this here, I put this here, and I put this here, I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Good game. Mm-hmm. Damn. Their deck was, like, the nuts, and it might have helped if I did not pitch my, what's it called? Cruel Admin earlier, because we did have a turn where it was like, I'm not doing anything. Haha. Leaf match. Ah, here's our next opponent. We are 1-1 going into round 3 with BUMI JUND. Boomer Jund? The thumbnail's gonna be Boomer Jund. Let's see. This seems good, actually, so we're gonna keep. This is a 2, but we're not gonna play it anytime soon, and this is a 5. So we're gonna be looking forward to casting. Ooh, hello, Callous Inspector. Rumble Arena. I need the land, so let's keep the land for now. Because we want to hit 5 for BUMI, and then that can make this a 4/4 Vigilant land, which I think will be very good. This is actually a really good curve, and drawing the Callous Inspector was very good. Draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on him. Gonna play the Ruffians. This I don't think is a good card. At the beginning of your first main phase, draw a card, put a 1/1 counter, add a red, exile, then return him to the battlefield under an opponent's control. Yeah, I don't think that this is a good card. Choose one that hasn't been chosen, and you lose 2 life. Okay. Sure, no blocks. And you lose 2 life is the important part there. And you lose 2 life. Alright, Messenger Hawk. This costs 1 less if I target a creature with flying. If I put this on that, they don't really do anything with it, right? And then it just shrinks. They lose 2 life, they draw a card. They lose 2 life, they add a red. I think we attack here. Okay. Earthbend 2. And then I do think that we do this. So they can't even get any good attacks with him. And then when he exiles himself and comes onto my side, he won't have the swamp snare trap on him. Opponent's got a full grip. Pirate pedalers. Okay. I think I'm going to Agni Kai the pedalers now to get rid of the Death Toucher. And then swing out. Target creature I control. Oh, it's a fight spell. Oh, what's wrong with me? You know what, that's fine. Decline. I thought it was deal damage. I'm so dumb. I am so dumb. I probably should have just attacked to see what would have happened. Yeah, that wasn't wise. I could have just played the Yuyan archers. I guess they get a red, right? Like, Zuko Conflicted is such a... That's not a good card. Yep. Well, I have access to... Okay. Foggy Swamp Hunters. Sure. And we don't attack here. Then we get this. And now I could just send this in. Like, I don't care about him. Him and the Wandering Musicians, because that's just more damage. Right. And I think we're going to try to draw, if only because... Aww. Mana value 3 or greater. Aww. Alright. June Bounty Hunter. Okay. I can't send in my Callous Inspector now. I'm going to draw a card. There we go. Opponent doesn't want to block this. I understand. Oh, really? Okay. Anyway. That's the strangest thing I've seen all day. Okay. Fair. I don't block the Foggy Swamp Hunters. I will block the June. Unless they crack a clue. No blocks. See? June would have been unblockable. It's a new set. It's okay. Let's tap like this. Green, red, red. Because I want to put the counters on the Rumble Arena. Oh, and the Callous Inspector. Because they can't block it. So the June can die to the Yuyan Archers, but the Rumble Arena is a 4/4 with Vigilance. Okay. Either the Rumble Arena or the BUMI Unleashed can block the Foggy Swamp Hunters, which I think is fine. Yep, sure. Actually, I think I block with the Rumble Arena. Because if they have a trick and they kill it, I get a scry out of it. Porcupine, sure. That was Not bad. Let's see. Oh, I thought this was the archers. If I attack with everything, how do they block? Double block, and then... Like, if they double block the BUMI, they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they're dead. If they have a removal spell, like another Epic Downfall, which is sorcery speed, they might have the fight spell? They don't have anything that's power 4 or greater, and... Oh, that's an ally. And it does have affinity. The uncommon one does have affinity for allies. If they have an instant speed spell, they can... This pumps, that pumps. Okay. That's so strange. Enters Scry 1. I'll take that. Untap all lands I control. Wow, okay. This is... It can't be blocked? Wait, what? Only land creatures can attack during that combat phase. Oh, okay. If I draw a card here... I get that. This is going to become a... So this is going to be a 3/3. I think we could hold. I do have to block one of these, though. We can't, like, let them get through with both. But I don't think my opponent... What's it called? I don't think my opponent attacks out here. Yeah, I don't... No blocks. Because they're at 1. Yep. Yep. I think that was... Oh, okay. They gained some life. All right. All right, all right, all right. Hog Monkey. And a Callous Inspector. Okay. So we're going to play this. We're going to pitch the Moonton. Oh my god. What a terrible draw. I guess we can cast it next turn. No attacks. Because I sacrificed my green source because I was like, I have the Rumble Arena. This is going to give itself Menace at the beginning of combat. So if they do it as a combat trick, they don't get the Menace. I guess blocks are already declared at that point. This makes a clue token, right? Yeah, okay. So I think the blocks that I would do would be Callous Inspector in front of Foggy Swamp. Okay. Take 1. Sure. Fire Nation Raider. Create a clue token. Sure. That's huge. Let's leave the 1/1s back. That just kind of dies, so let's just send in Big Boy. Boomer Unleashed. I feel like they double block it, sure, but then I get a 5/5 out of it. You have to double block here. It's got trample. Oh my god. Oh, that's amazing. I could attack with this by itself and play Azula Always Lies. To put a +1/+1 counter on this and shrink something else of theirs. Oh yes, do it. Aw, dang it. Okay. Alright. Ah, dang it. Wait. Creature. I'm gonna kill them with their own Callous Inspector. I had the line. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a tick here. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's right. So, like, if you leave them at 1 and then they have a Callous Inspector, if you just kill the Callous Inspector, they're dead. That's fun. Leave match. Yeah, here's our next opponent. We're 2-1, going into round 4 with BUMI JUND. We also ranked up, which I did not notice. Ooh, this is a pretty good one. Yeah, we keep this. We have a lot of 2s. Grand seems mean. Let's see. I'll play this. I think we just play Jowl. Which means I'd have to play the Rumble Arena first. See, Grand, early on, it was one of the better cards in blue because of the looting effect being almost free. They might have Quench. Scry. That seems fine. Play the Zhao. They don't have Quench. I think next turn we just play the Earth Village Ruffian. Right? Hey, you too. Oh. Actually, it might be better to leave up Azula Always Lies here. Because when they attack with this, we kill it to have them Earthbend. No attacks end turn. Okay. Ba Sing Se, Earthbend 2, activate only as a sorcery. Ah, yes, thank you, Zhao. Thank you, Zhao. You are slaying the moon. Reveal a creature or land from among them, put it in your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay. Seems good, I want to say. Earthbend 2. Creatures with 1/1 counters on them have trample. Okay. Return target non-land permanent if you control that permanent, draw a card. Interesting. Okay. Pass to attackers. -1/-1 until end of turn. And they get a 2/2. Like, I'm not too worried about that. What they pitch. Earthbending lesson. Okay. This is going to come into play tapped anyway. Let's play our Earth Village Ruffians. What is this? 3 or more lessons are in your graveyard. The Lion Turtle! Well, that's not good for me. I think we block the forest here. We Earthbend too, so let's put it on this. Okay. And then... I could play the Cruel Admin, but they just... If I attack with this, then... we get it back, right? No, we don't. Okay. No, because it comes into play tapped. That's right. Okay. Let's just play Judy and Zhao. No attacks. Bunch of tutus. This is the kind of board where you want to do that miasmic thing. I don't, but you do. Let's see. Jet. I can't play Jet for a while. Actually, because this can tap for a red. What do you do? 1/1 on each of up to 2 target creatures you control. Okay. They probably attack with the lion turtle. I don't think I block here. I think we just take that. Unfortunately. No blocks. That's pretty gnarly for me. Okay, so we play this. I play this to get a flyer on board. Then I sacrifice this. Poxbearers is fine here. Yeah, that's fine. No attacks. Why did that give me 2 scries? Or surveils, rather? Oh, surveil and then surveil. Yeah. Maybe I should have put the poxbearers away then. Foggy Swamp Bender. Can't be blocked by anything on my board. Sure. This being a 4/7 with reach is very bad for me. I'm just gonna say that. Let's see. So, I guess the question now becomes... that has vigilance too. That's not great. I don't know if I want to take 8 here, though. That's the thing. If I hold off, I can play Jet and kill the Earth Kingdom, blah, blah, blah. And our opponent's hand is empty, so I think that that's fine. Okay. This is all of my mana. Enters, deals damage equal to... Okay. And I think we have to send this. This turn we block this with Judy? This I can't block with anything power 2 or less, so that's a problem. And this is just a Island. Rude. Okay. They might just attack with everything here. That's incredibly strange. Okay. So put that in there. Put this here. We have to block that. Put this here. And... sorry, Zhao. We gotta make sure we have something survive this, though. Because Jet's gonna die. Actually, I think we do this. Then we play this after we attack with Zhao. Activate this ability. Don't want that. Oh, we're just dead. Yeah, good game. I needed to not, yeah, if they swing out with everything, I'm just dead. Oh, they're going for the value play of animating everything else too. Yeah, this Boss Sing Se, I'm gonna say that pretty good. Lion Turtle, not bad. They had a fair amount of lessons, but also like in this set, the lessons are essentially just you would play those, right? Like Not that I'm saying that Boomerang Basics is fine. Earthbending Lesson, I don't believe is that good. But Boomerang Basics is fine. Seismic Sense... yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth a card. Leave match. Here's our next opponent. We're 2-2. Going into round 5 with Boomer Jund. We have great mana, by the way. So I'm going to keep this. We'll play this. Play this. Merchant of Many Hats. Oh, it's a scry. Damn it. I would have actually put that in the yard. Next turn, we're going to play the Treetop Freedom Fighters. And the turn after that, Beifong's Bounty Hunters. Oh, that's great for us. We get to apply so much pressure here now. And then next turn, Beifong Bounty Hunters, send these and it won't matter. Because they would replace themselves if they got blocked by the Bounty Hunters. Toph the Blind Bandit. Earthbend 2. Okay. We got the Cruel Admin, sure. I could attack with this and this, actually. I don't think we attack with the Rumble Arena. Now that I think about it, I think we need the mana. And if they attack, I don't know if we're blocking, because they might have a trick. No tricks here. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty good. I'm going to actually send in the 1/1. Sure. It's a 6/5. Sacrifice a land. 2 basic lands. Tapped. I think they should have sacrificed this creature, because they would have gotten that back, plus the other 2. They're playing all the colors, by the way. All the colors of the rainbow. I'm not going to play the Boiling Rock Rioter. Oh, if they double block like that, I don't think they understand. Those... If I kill this, the Toph also dies. Because the +1/+1 goes away, so they're 2 for winning themselves here. Put that on you. And then we'll play the Merchant. Activate this. This seems fine. Just draw. I don't know, this. End turn. Good game. Yeah, we had them in a lock there. Because, like, the Judy plus the Earth Kingdom Bounty Hunters is essentially like, oh, I'm just gonna, like, grow a thing. Oh, wait, no. It also involved the Merchant of Many Hats, which at the end of their turn I was gonna put back into our hand. But yeah, like, we just keep making earthbending lands, which is just, it's gonna be too much. This Beifong's Bounty Hunters is like a dumb card. It has no ETB, but it's so stupid. Leave match. Alright, here's our next opponent. We're 3-2, going into round 6 with BUMI JUND. That's right, not Boomer Jund, BUMI JUND. This seems fine. We have a Zhao, we have Azula Always Lies. There's a Rumble Arena. I'm gonna play this, then I'm gonna play the Zhao. Because after Zhao, this ends up coming into play tapped. Let's get the scry off. Pox Bearers is fine. Oh, they have the reinforcements, the 2/1/1s. Or maybe they don't. Okay. They might have Razor something. Airbending. Okay. Draw a card. Would have liked the land there. Guess we just play this again. Because it's an evasive threat, right? Like, as much as I want to play a pretending Poxbearer, I would have rather have had a land. Earth Kingdom Soldier, okay. Sure. Could send this in. I can make this a 3/4? Yeah, it's not going to be good enough. We can quad block that, I guess. Being mana screwed is not helping here, though. Yeah. Avatar enthusiasts. Okay. There's Tiff Toff. Yep, that makes that a 3/3. Okay. Okay, there's a land. Can't play this right now. I think we have to kill either the Toph or the Avatar enthusiasts. And it's really rough, right? Because, like, I guess I could send... Alright, so hold on. If Azula always lies, I can kill one of these. Oh, no, I can't. Yeah, I'd have to trade the Zhao. Yeah, okay. So, let's kill the enthusiasts. And send in the Zhao. Because our opponent's life total is just lower. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Avatar Destiny. What do you do? Each creature you mill cards equal to its power. Return it to its owner's hand. I'm going to play the Yuan Archers to pitch the Merchant of Many Hats, which we can then get back for value later on. That's the first time I've even seen the Zhao Ruthless Admiral. Oh, look at the 7/7. A big lad. Okay. Anyway. So we're not attacking here. Ah, perfect. Okay, so... No attacks. Now every time we trade something, we get a 1/1 counter on a creature. Now, if they have a... Ah, it's the boulder ready to rumble. Okay. I put this in front of that. And I think I double block this, because this will still give us like an 8/8 or 2 4/4s, or a 1/1, a 3/3, and a 4/4. If they have a way to kill... Sure. Sure. And then I think we play... do we play Zhao? I guess we play Zhao. Zhang's Deserters is supposed to be like a very good... Destroy target creature. Okay. So they kill that, but I get it back. And I get a scry out of it. We don't want to land right now. Okay, we can double block the boulder. The boulder is ready. And take the 6. Yep. Destroy target creature. Play this. Play this. And then... how much cards are left in your deck? 24? Because the way that this works is, what was it? I think I hold on to the Deadly Precision. You can't block this. End turn. But if I attack with the Black Rock Rioter... Sure. Okay. Put this in front of that. Create a clue token. Saber-Tooth Moose Leon. And I can tap this to get an ally back from my yard. What's the matter, Summer? My graveyard. It's got to be my graveyard. And they put the ally in front, right? Yeah. Why? Get in here. Papa thinking. Papa thinking very hard. Okay. Play land. Deadly Precision. Sacrifice an artifact. Kill that. Auto pay. Next. Attack with both. Firebending 1. Auto pay. Next. Yep. And... I guess we could end turn here, right? Raucous Audience. Okay. I can't block that. They get to hit me with that. Really? Okay. Pass to damage. I guess we just put this in our hand. Let's exile cards from their graveyard then. Because that'll shrink that, right? Yeah. Why is it tapping like that? Okay, so hold on. No attacks right now. End turn. What's the matter for a ball? We'll play with this in a minute. Okay. Can't be blocked this turn. Oh, am I dead? Am I dead? Oh, no. Summer. Hey, don't claw that. Bad girl. I am dead. Ah, that's... Oh, wait, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I am not. I know how I'm not dead. We tap 3 allies. To get rid of a bunch of permanents in their graveyard. Right? Each card in your graveyard. Ah, we got him! Haha! Yes! Yes! Oh my god. Okay. We saw the line. We got them at the very last moment. I'm gonna play with the cat now. Okay. So we all calm down. I'm being yelled at by her. But that was good. That was good. That was like down to the wire. And then we were just gonna be able to clap back, and I guess they had nothing in their hand. Leave match. Ah. Here's our next opponent. We're 4-2 going into round 7 with BUMI JUND. It's nice to actually play a real set for once. That's all I'm gonna say. This looks fine. We could use some more like low drop creatures, but hitting lands is fine. Pretending Pox Bears is not bad into... Yeah, no counter spell there. Draw a card, then discard a card. Had to play with the cat for a little bit. She seems very, very wanting to screw around. I'm gonna send them in. Yep. I'm gonna play the Boiling Rock Reotter as this token creature ally. So I'm gonna exile the yards. Hog Monkey gains Minache until end of turn. Okay. Let's play that. If I Deadly Precision this Hog Monkey, right? I think the correct thing to do is just to play the Beifong Bounty Hunter. No attacks. Sure. I don't think they attack here. Yep. Can they quench this? Nope. Okay. So next we're gonna send in these two. Cast that. Auto pay. Get a 2/1. Next. If any of our creatures die, we get the other one. We get to make something beefy. Okay. Next to damage. They might have a pump spell here. Aang's Iceberg. Sure. Actually, you know what? Cancel. They're not killing what I think they're killing. Oh, you know, I could have exiled the land in response. Okay. Oh, that was a huge mistake then. Submit. Resolve. Yeah, I could have exiled the land in response. Okay. We get the Poxbearer still. Okay. Destroy target creature. I think we're gonna need to do this. And just put as much pressure on the board. Let's put... Hey, Summer. This Rise of Sozin, though, is like 100% a massive destroy effect. So them taking my Beifong Bounty Hunters was very good. That was a huge whiff, though. Rise of Sozin. I don't have the Rise of Sozin. They get to look at my hand, though. So they know that, like, I basically have an answer to the Rise of Sozin, right? In Deadly Precision. Which is fine. Mm-hmm. Team Avatar. Okay. I should have... I'm gonna play Judy. I could have played Zhao. I could have played Zhao for basically free. We don't know if they have a counterspell, though. So that gets to attack by itself. It gets +1/+1. Mm-hmm. Sure. So... Actually, hold on. Are they just dead? Because if I kill this, they are, like, pretty dead, right? I kill this for 5, and then I attack with everything else they block here. They take 5, yeah. Pay 4. Good game. Wow. We pulled ourselves up from below Sozin, not Sozin's Comet, the Rise of Sozin, by virtue of King BUMI going like, hey, so like I'm gonna hit you next turn for a jillion, right? Like Earthbend, and then like you get to slap in again. It's really good actually. And opponent just kind of like didn't play anything after that, so I did punt though. I should have exiled their planes as it hit the graveyard, because it goes to the graveyard first, right? And then it returns to the battlefield, so you can actually exile it in response, and that was my mistake. Especially because I wasn't doing anything else there. I just kind of clicked through it. Leave match. Hey, here's our next opponent. We're 5-2 going into round 8 with BUMI JUND. Let's see. This seems like a good hand. Opponent goes first. This being untapped would have helped a lot for the rest of this, but it does. We have like a really good opener, so I'm going to keep this. I'm going to hold on to the Yuyan Archers, actually, and we're going to turn to play the Poxbearers. Oh, that's bad. Another ally you control enters Earthbend 1. Yeah, that's pretty Gnarls Barkley. Would like some lands, actually. Earth and ally. What? What's going on? What did our opponent make? Oh my god. On each other ally you control. Whenever another ally you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Holy crap. That's a lot of pasta. Okay, I guess I could play this. But maybe the new plan should be to kill the Earth King Lieutenant, which means playing this, pitching a mountain. I'm going to play this. We're going to pitch a mountain to draw. Okay. And then I'm going to Deadly Precision kill the Earth King Lieutenant. Sacrifice an artifact or a creature. Kill this. Because this can block the Earth and ally, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, they're going super wide here, which is the strangest. I don't think they send in the Earth and Ally, though. Okay. Ah, dang it. Okay. Yep, that's free. Okay, so we're not blocking here necessarily. Let's play this. Let's play this. And go as wide as we can. I'm actually tempted to not block next turn because the Beifong Bounty Hunters is actually the stall breaker here. Okay. Unfortunately, I think I need to not take this damage and hope that they don't have Yip Yip. Oh, they have Yip Yip, don't they? Oh, don't you dare. Oh, okay. That's not terrible. No attacks right now. This in the sky is gonna suck. Avatar enthusiasts. They drafted the wildest Avatar deck, or sorry, not Avatar, Allies deck I've seen so far. This is insane. Ooh, hello. And no attacks right now. Drew BUMI, sorry, had to play him. The only good attack that they have is the 2/3. I have to find a way to kill the glider kids. Judy, one of many. Or the Fire Nation Trebuchet. I do want to be able to activate Judy. But I think, one, that this is a better use of my mana. And then two, on top of all of that, because I'm going to attack with BUMI here. And if they kill my BUMI, I get to make this mountain huge. Or I can make this forest huge. And if they don't block enough of this damage coming in, they both become huge. It's like a, you know... Oh boy, okay. Yeah, they're taking one. Okay. So... Seems fine. So we lose the two of these. Okay. I'm gonna play the Judy here. Which then turns one of my lands huge. That's huge. That was a turn. That was a massive turn. What'd they get? Great, a 1/1. Okay. That really closed up the gap between us. They were at 20, now they're at 5. I don't even think they could attack here. Good game. So what they could have done, if they really wanted this game to go longer, we were both in top deck mode, right? But I did have this ace up my sleeve where I could just like turn this into a bigger land, or turn this into a bigger land, right? Is This is fun. Oh, we attack regardless because this blocking whatever makes one of the lands bigger. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so they have the ability to activate this, right? To make a 1/1 ally, which then triggers this to Earthbend 1 to make this slightly bigger. That's a thing they could consider. I guess maybe they thought that our engine was a little bit too good here, though, because, like, yeah, this makes it 2/1 every turn. That even if this blocks it, turns one of these huge, and then this can't attack through this currently. Leave match. Here's our next and final opponent. We're 6-2 going into the final round. This is for all the marbles. This is for the trophy. This is for everything. We got the perfect mana. And not much else, actually. But we can hope to draw something, I think. Callous Inspector is going to be a good turn 1. I don't think they're going to be able to block it. And if they play something that's, like, atrocious to deal with, we can deadly precision it. And I don't mind sacrificing the Callous Inspector to do so. Because that also gets us a clue token. At first, I thought this was a treasure token, and I was like, They kept their hand, we're going to keep our hand. Turtle Duck. What are you? Pace power 4 and gains trample. Okay. Azula Always Lies is a fine thing to draw turn 2. Okay. Alright. What'd they hit? Daily Agents. Okay. So I'm gonna play this first. Because we can Azula Always Lies, shrink this. Yeah, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Both modes. -1, -1. +1, +1. Now this being a 2/2 with Menace makes it a bit more of a problem, right? Let's see. You're a 3/1, put a land. Okay. I think I do attack here. Alright, so what do we do with you? Land cards from among them onto your hand if you don't put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. I think we just take the 3 here, and I'll play this in turn. Because this thing can block that next turn. Oh, Dragon Ball Z. Diligent Zookeeper. Oh, boy. I have to murder that. Yup. Yup. The Diligent Zookeeper must be stopped. That was actually really good. So we're going to play the Poxbearers. We're going to Deadly Precision, sacrifice a creature, kill that. Create a 1/1. Get in. Dong. Next turn we can play the Wandering Musicians. And we've drawn enough lands where I'm considering just like playing the Canyon Crawler, right? So we don't necessarily have to Swamp Cycle it, and it could help us stabilize a bit here even. I'm glad that we held off on using Deadly Precision there, because like it didn't seem like it was worth using it on the Ostrich Horse. We did have to take, what, 7 damage? 7? This 1/1 can block this Ostrich Horse, which I think is pretty good. I think I would take that trade. I'm not blocking that. Spend your mana. Waste your turn here, friend. Yep. They could play a 2-drop now. Shared Roots. Okay. You don't put a 1/1 counter on this creature. I think that's pretty good, actually. We're both kind of in top deck mode. Realistically, I mean, I guess it depends on what they have in their hand. Rockalanche, Earthbend X, where X is the number of forests you control. They have 4 forests. They could do that. Do they have a fight spell? They haven't used any removal yet. And we've used 2, technically, of our removal spells. Sweet. Daily Agents. Earthbend 1, Earthbend 1. Whenever it attacks, each opponent loses X life. Number of creatures you control with 1/1 counters on them. Yeah, that's a drain 2 then, because they'll probably never come in with these. Alright, so we would play that. I don't want another land. I can't attack here, so I guess we just play the big boy. No attacks. They have profitable blocks, even against the Callous Inspector. We did get a food token, which is nice, so... Now, attacking with the Daily Agents doesn't really make sense because it'll die, right? It'll die to the Canyon Crawler. Walltop Sentries. Okay. There's a lesson card you gain 2. Alright. And it's a Reach Death Toucher, which is really good. Also, I like that this comes into play untapped. Rumble Arena? Yeah. They're looking at my graveyard. I wonder if they have something to get something out of my yard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they have 7 mana. They can access 4 of it right now. I think green-black is a graveyard deck, but I think it's a... I guess it's a graveyard Earthbend deck, right? Well, there's a lot. So in the color pie, right? Each of the 4... Okay. 4/4. Yep. Seems fine. We'll play that. And we'll play this. No reason to attack right now. We're just gonna pillow fort. Watch them play Rise of Sozin. Like, a Rise of Sozin would be a rise of, that's not great for me. Merchant of Many Hats is great here, though, because it can perpetually block forever. If I had to match up things against what our opponent has, Ruffians. I wonder if opponent realizes that you can, like, stack all the counters onto one of these lands and make, like, a really tall land. Okay. Oh, that's the business right there. If I attack with everything here, we don't really have good attacks, but if I do, I think the best thing I could do here is actually just send in the Ruffians and let them die. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. The Beifong Bounty Hunters, though, is like, it's a real issue, I think, for them. How much does this cost? 6, right? Okay, so 6. Okay. 1, 2. Looks like they're just going to cast it. Because it's a sorcery, so they have to, like... Yeah. It gets them a 6/6, which is pretty good. Yep. I'll trade my Canyon Crawler for that. I don't know if you understand this, homie. Because then I get a 6/6. Pass. Oh, please. Please do it. Please, I dare you. I double dog dare you. Please. Please, I'm begging you. Right? Because it's just like, we have them. We just need something to break the stall here. Yep. Figured. Gonna heal a little bit. Any removal that I draw, I'm not gonna play it. Okay. Go for it. I want them to block. I want them to block. Good. Great. Excellent. End turn. Actually, I probably should have sent in Merchant of Many Hats, too. This is now a 6/6 with Vigilance. It's just very bad for them. And plus, they no longer have their 2/3 reach Death Toucher, which I think is a win-win for us here. I think the best thing I could draw is either Judy or, what's her face? The Trebuchet. Fire Navy Trebuchet. Fire Navy. So opponent, it looks like they've drawn a real card here, and they're trying to think, like, what do I do with this? If it's a removal spell, they definitely should take care of my Beifong Bounty Hunters, right? Because that's just, like, that's just going to be an issue for the rest of the game. Mm-hmm. Then again, this 6/6 swamp is also, like, just very large. I'm now realizing I maybe should have taken those vultures. They would have been massive. Just because of all the earthbending that this deck relies on. They would have been a massive threat. Opponent's deep in the tank, though. I think that they're trying to figure out, like, what do I do here? I have no good attacks. And that's true, because, like, my Rumble Arena trades for their Swamp. Oh my god. They were in the tank about that. Let's play this. Pitch this. Okay. I'm gonna send in this. I want them to block it. I want it to die, is really what it is. Because I could put it back in my hand and cast it again. Not actually this turn, yeah. Oh god. We have them, I think. I think we have them. That Yuyan Archers also came at, like, the perfect time. I don't think I have anything... That's double red. I do have a jet. Never mind. I probably should actually play out some of these mountains. I think the jet would be really good to kill the 6/6 Swamp. Because then I could actually start sending in my Rumble Arena. Right. Although, if I play the jet, it likely has to tap the Rumble Arena for the red mana. So, yeah. So, there's two good things that I could draw here. One would be Judy, and the other would be... Judy would probably be the best thing, just simply because we can keep trading this guy away. And then, like, re-getting him while adding to our board twice and making this huge. Opponent is, like, deep in the tank. The Last Agnieszka. That's interesting. I can hold on to this. It's a fight spell. The Daily agents can drain me for 5 if they ever attack, but... Okay. End turn. Oh boy, it's the Last Agnieszka. I might have to kill their Daily agents at the end of their next turn. It's a fight spell, which is very rare in red, but rarer still would be a bite spell, so I like, it's one of those, like, I probably should have, like, anticipated that. Now, what I'm hoping is that they have a fight spell and I can blow them out. in response with the last Agni Kai, because we do have a 6/6. That said, the likelihood of them having an instant speed fight spell is, or bite spell, is way higher than us, so, you know. There's a land. Pass. Waiting for them to... Okay. Those could become 4/4s. That's a 6/6. Alright. I have to wait for them to blink. Okay. They're passing. My turn. Alright, so... I'm going to hold off on playing that. No attacks, end turn. I'm going to hold off on playing anything, because if they have a board wipe, this is huge, because of the haste. And the Beifong Bounty Hunters is huge, because it just, like, turns all of my creatures into, oh yeah, let's just make a big old land, including itself. Like, it makes itself so big. Opponent is super duper deep in the tank, and I understand that, because, like, we're in, like, the, they're also likely playing for a trophy. I think that this board is probably in our favor, right? Despite them having 2 Turtle Ducks, which they can use as, like, mana sinks, they become 4/4s, right? Yeah. Base power 4 and gains trample. So, like, I think we're in a position where they don't even want to, like, really give us a reason. It's the last Agni Kai. There's the blowout we needed. And I get to keep this red mana until the end of turn, right? Yeah. Not that I'm going to use it. Opponent tried. My turn. There's the Judy. And I think I will play this land next. No attacks end turn. So next turn I get to sacrifice the merchant, make this bigger, play the merchant again, have 2 Judys. Now we have the engine going, and I think it's going to be very good from here on out. Ostrich Horse. So that's going to mill them. And they're further along into their deck than we are. Yeah, they didn't get a land off of that either. And it didn't put any worthwhile cards in their graveyard, right? It even put a cycle of growth, a cycle of renewal into their yard, which, like, I would have actually cast that just to thin out my deck so that we draw, so that, you know, you draw action, right? Okay. Opponent's gonna let me have my my win condition here, I guess. Swamp Snare Trap. Seems good. Activate this. Don't want that. Earthbend 2. Play him again. Send it. It's an 8/8. With vigilance. Vigilance. Opponent's like, that doesn't gain me health right now. I mean, this is where you start either chump blocking or turning your big things into, let's get that off the field. If it dies too, what's great about this is that it gives me a scry on re-entry. Okay. More than I could have ever hoped for. I'm actually going to grow a separate land after this, but I'm going to attack with the Rumble Arena first. Hey, there you go. Do we just make this bigger? Yeah. Yeah. I don't think they could deal with a 12/12. They would need destroy target creature or exile target creature. If they have the other one, they would have fired something off a long time ago. Is this an ally? It's a mercenary. Okay. Like, they can 100% block this 12/12, but it eats up most of their board. So that's why I'm going to be sending this 12/12 in, like, every turn. And then also sacrificing Merchant of Many Hats to Judy. For the value. Okay. Alright, 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 alright. Mm-hmm. They're going to gain 5. And then we're going to eat the rest of their board? Okay. What am I doing? Because there's no Trumpet Blast here. And that's like everything, right? Yeah. Passing it to them. If they have a combat trick. Oh, does this have a mana value to it? It does. I forgot that copies have mana values to them. Sure. When this creature dies, Earthbend 2. Feels like they didn't really... Ah, okay. I had a feeling. Uh-huh. That seems good. Okay, so... Freedom Fighters. Choose a card name. Oh, they could take my merchant. Oh, and it doesn't give me a, so they know about the merchant, so they can choose merchant. It doesn't give me a card back either, which is insane, actually, in this situation. Yup, yup, yup. And then they get this thing back. Oh, we pegged them for having one of these, too. It's like, oh, if they have a board wipe. That's why I was like, let me not play the Treetop Freedom Fighters. gonna play this. And I'm gonna draw a card. Oh, whoops. That was a miss. All right, end turn. Oh, he's a 5/5. I thought he was a 6/6. Sure. That's rough. I have to block now. Oh, man. This really turned it all around. Yep, they're doing it again, right? Uh-huh. I'm just dead. Good game. Oh, man. All right. They really understood their outs. Let's see. We had them for a while, and we did get that huge blowout, but they kept on it. They made sure that they took out our Beifong's Bounty Hunters. This card is a house. This is the dumbest card. It's so stupid. It's the dumbest, stupidest thing I've seen in this format so far, and this is my first draft. If you ever see a Beifong's Bounty Hunters, you better take it. They had 9 cards left in their deck too. Oh man, that's Sozin though. The Rise of Sozin. This card's amazing. It's the second one that we played against, and it did get us. Leave match. We were correct to not play the haste creature into that board simply because we couldn't even really attack with it, right? 6 and 3 though. That's pretty good. Let's look at the deck real quick. Let's see. We were playing Jund. We were 100% playing Jund, and when you play Jund, you go for the value, right? And we were getting so much value out of a lot of the cards, especially, I'm going to say it again, the Beifong Bounty Hunters, but then like BUMI Unleashed was also a very good splash. Is that the Eclipse in the background? Okay, so this must be that. Okay. Yeah, these 2 cards are like absolutely insane. Fantastic value cards. And then what else did I really like in this deck? Deadly's Precision. Yeah, I do recommend highly taking this card. Swamp Snare Trap, I think, is a little limited in what it can do. Like, we thought we had them there, but like they just played 2 8/8s right out of nowhere, and that was like, oh, we're just dead. Haha. Zhao the Moonslayer, more of a nuisance than anything, right? A 2/2 with Menace, though, is like fine. It's a nice aggressive stat line for 2 mana. And this Judy playing with the Fire Navy Trebuchet, the Beifong Bounty Hunters, right? There's just so much value here that once we get the engine going, it's like, oh, I better scoop. Haha. I enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that too. And if you did, please hit that thumbs up button. Come on over to twitch.tv/dickrecord. And I'll see you there. But until next time, stay safe out there. Don't eat yellow snow. And remember, if you're not here, you're dickless. Have a good night, folks.